Alright, so today we're going to be playing with Gray on Solo Showdown. I recently just got him to 1,000 trophies, so this is basically going to be my guide to help you get to 1,000 trophies as well. So let's go ahead and get into his build. So for the gadget, we're going to use Walking Cane. So this gadget is really useful for securing your kills and to break walls as well. So honestly, this gadget is really not to sleep on. And for the star power, we're going to use New Perspective. So basically, when you use your super, you actually get health when you use it. So it's a really good star power when you're getting out of danger. And so for the first gear, we're going to use shield, and for the second gear we're going to use health. All right, so that's going to be my build breakdown on Gray. So now it's time to get into the gameplay. So one thing to know when you're playing with Gray, one thing is that he's really aggressive, and especially with the build that I'm running. And right here I decided to walk away and be more passive because I'm not going to be able to kill two brawlers at the same time. So I'm just going to collect boxes to make it a little easier later on. So now I'm just going to be pushing middle so I can gain more control and just kind of see who's going to be challenging me, which you're going to see that Spike does from the top left, and a meteor comes down so he has to move forward. So it's basically just gonna make it an easy kill. So I go ahead and pick up the cube, and right here I just teleport towards Mandy and go ahead and get the kill, even though I almost died, but it was worth it. And right here is basically the same thing. I get a hit off Piper and I just teleport towards her and I kill her as well. So now I have 6 cubes. So hopefully you can see just by those 2 kills that Gray is super aggressive. So just always keep that in mind whenever you're playing him. And so right here, Eve is gonna be pushing me, so I'm gonna kind of use the wall as my advantage. I try to use my gadget, but I missed it, so I'm sad now because I missed it. So now I'm gonna just keep pushing forward and keep pushing on Eve so I can keep getting map control. And so now since Eve is going to be going behind a wall, this time I do hit my gadget. So I try to hit Eve again and she uses her gadget to get out the way, and I use my super just to try to secure the kill, which I didn't. And so now since I just used my super, I'm just going to keep trying to hit Buzz or Eve so I can farm my super, so it'd be a lot easier for the last kill. So now since Eve is shooting Buzz, I'm going to take advantage and shoot Buzz as well, and which I do, and I do kill him. So now this is a showdown, and Eve does put her super down and I go straight for the super just to make it a lot easier because my shot does not spread. So now all I gotta do is be really patient. I know you guys don't see it, but I'm 2 shots away from my super, which I hit her once, and then I believe I hit her the second time right here, and then I get my super and I go ahead and kill her. So let's go ahead and get into the second round. All right, so it looks like there's not that many counters for Gray, so we should be all right. So I just start off with hitting the box, and Piper does hit the box as well. So I just take the cube, and I'm already close enough so she can't do as much damage. So now I'm just gonna be waiting so I can get healed back up, and I do see Melody come up here. I wait till she gets a box so I can do some damage to her, and that's just gonna help out so I can have my super just in case if anything happens. And so right here, I'm not going to be wasting my shots on the boxes because honestly, I'm really just focused on picking off other brawlers and getting my super like you see right there. And so now since all the action kind of calmed down, I'm going to go ahead and pick off this box here. And now since I do that, I move off to the right because I do see that Edgar's kind of low, and I do pick off a kill right there, and I pick up the cubes and I get out the way. So now you can see that Gray super is not just to be aggressive, it's also to get away from dying as well. So now since Daryl died, I'm going to keep shooting up forward so I don't get shot at and just pick up a cube. So now I have a total of 5 cubes, which is going to be good for later on. So now basically all I'm doing is just being aggressive and getting map control and trying to farm to get my super, so when we do get to the showdown it'll be a lot easier. So the meter's going to drop down and Melody's going to have to move out the way, so I'm going to use my gear here so she can't be hiding behind walls, and it's also just going to help me farm my super. So I get a shot off of Gus right here and I do get my super, and I see that B was shooting up there, and I believe she only had 1 cube, and that was just a good chance to be aggressive, and that was an easy kill. So now the only downside to doing that is I don't have map control anymore, and you're gonna see that Melody's gonna spin, so they're gonna be teaming on me. So all I really gotta do is try to get my shot so I can get my super again, which I do get my shot off of Melody and I do get my super. So now I'm just being patient, so when they get too close I can use my super and kill them like that. And so now it's a showdown, and Gus decides to go into the gas because he knows that it wasn't a good idea to be teaming, and so now he's dead, and that's gonna be the end of that round. Let's get on to the next one. And so right here I only think that Kit and Buzz are the only counters towards Gray, so we should be good. So obviously I'm gonna start off with hitting my box, and it looks like Buzz and Brian are fighting already, which I do get a shot off of Brian, and they are fighting, so and they both died, so that's 3 cubes for me. And so now I push to those 3 boxes, and then here comes Nani, so it's gonna be kind of easy and kind of hard. It's just gonna be a little tricky to kill him at the same time. So I'm just gonna keep walking around the boxes and using it as my advantage because Nani can actually kill me with 1 shot, but I do get a shot off of him and he breaks the other boxes. He tries running away, and I do use my gadget here and I do kill him. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up those cubes and break this other box. So now I have a total of 8 cubes. So now basically all I'm gonna do is kind of move around freely and just try to pick off any boxes that I do see like up ahead, and I can basically do anything because I have my super. So if I do get shot at or stunned by that Buzz on the left that I don't know is there at the moment, I can just teleport away. So now since I know that this Kit is here, I'm just gonna be super annoying because Kit is one of the biggest counters to me right now. So I'm just gonna keep putting pressure, and you're gonna see Kit go in her box right now, and she's gonna go ahead and get a kill off Rico. skill. So now she has 6 cubes, so she's just even more of a threat. So I do get a hit off a kit right here, and I use my gadget, and I do get a second hit, and I get a third one. So that's just 3 cubes. So now I think Buzz is the only one left, and he's the second biggest counter to me, so I gotta play this careful. So luckily I do have my super. And the only thing I can really say about this showdown, I just wish I kept my distance a little more. I know I don't see the circle in game, but I was just in his circle and he was just farming his super. So I was just constantly applying pressure, and he's gonna go ahead and go behind this wall, which I do have my gadget and I do use on him, so he can't really hide behind anything. So he starts to push forward and he does stun me, but I had enough cubes to kill him, so I just won first place on that match. So that's gonna be the end of my video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe, I'll really appreciate it. If you guys have any other breakdowns that you guys want me to do, remember to leave it in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.